What's good, Plum Boro? I'm Drew Barto, alongside my co-host, Mike Devine.
What's good?
And Justin Newman.
Yo, yo.
And show producer, the one and only Big Cat.
Good evening.
We aim to entertain and educate more than 3 Plum residents by debating some of the trending topics in the borough, from school board and council happenings to business openings, conspiracy theories, and everything in between. Welcome to the Sour Plums podcast, friends. We're going to open the banter up with a little bit of an update on our fantasy football league. We've got 2 undefeated teams. Brittany Bauer, 4-0 on the season. And also, one of us is 4-0. Which one of us is 4-0?
It tain't me.
Not me.
It's me.
It's Big Cat. How you
It's
feeling?
all me.
How you feeling up there?
Feeling pretty good.
Yeah?
Pretty good. Yeah. Happy with my draft. I'm happy with my lineup changes I've done. Slight misstep last week. I dropped a running back by accident. Got him back just in time to start him, and he got me the win. So,
Well
Who was
done.
that?
Oh, who was your running back?
Hubbard,
Chuba
Gotcha.
Hubbard.
Chuba.
All right.
Chuba,
Chupacabra.
the Chupa.
All right, so we also have 2 winless teams, and both are named Jim. Jim McBride, who will probably get his first win this week against me, and also Slim Jim Lawson. I do feel bad about that because he's 0-4, but he is like 3rd or 4th in points. He just faces a gauntlet every week, so he's due for some positive regression, I think.
Time will tell.
How you feeling, guys? I think everybody in the on the show is actually in a playoff spot right now because I climbed back in after scoring the most points this week, I believe.
You came back because you were not going to win this week.
Did Mark beat you this week, Mike?
Mark did beat me this week. So this is Mark's Super Bowl, right? He had his circled on his calendar.
Shit.
Mark won the battle, but the war's not over.
Wait.
So
Wait.
it was kind of shitty. I mean, I was winning.
What was the bet?
He wouldn't bet.
There's no bet. I'm
He
not
was
betting on
afraid.
a single week. No. Where are we at? Right. If the playoffs were today, is Mark in the playoffs?
No.
Okay. There we go. So Mark won the battle. He did not win the war yet. I have had the high points 2 weeks out of the 4. I am in 4th place. Mark is in like 7th or 8th. I'm not worried about a single week. He had a blow up week by one player. He came up. He literally, it took him till the 3rd quarter of the Monday Night Football game to pull ahead. Whatever. I'm not worried about this 1 week.
You're
I
in
got
6th
you there,
place,
though.
by
I
the
know
way.
he messaged me and said you were afraid to bet.
Right. Mark had to change his pants 4 times in the 3rd quarter yesterday. All right. Whatever. He won. Congratulations. He had his Super Bowl. He can have his ticker tape parade this week. We'll move on.
All right. Well, before we move on, though, I do want to thank Salute Beer Distributor and Sports Cards Every Month for being our prize sponsors for the league this year. So check those guys out. Hey, gents, real quickly, what are we drinking tonight?
I have a IPA we got from the beach down in I can't remember if it was from Hilton Head or from Outer Banks, but it is Damn Yankee.
Nice. You're drinking an IPA.
It's one of my favorites.
Mikey's growing up. Speaking of IPAs, I'm drinking a Tentacle Horizon from Grist House. It's a New England IPA. It's very, very tasty. Big Cat.
I have 4C iced tea,
Okay.
That's one of my favorites. Is it regular or raspberry? Because raspberry is my favorite.
regular, lemon.
Regular. No, go ahead,
Regular.
Justin.
I am drinking, since I'm in Ohio, I found my favorite Southern tier. It's a vodka madras. It is delicious.
You say hi to the Biondas while you're out there?
I drove by and honked.
Well done. All right, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascaro Real Estate Team, the Lulo's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, and Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage. Continental Comb Barbershop, a traditional barbershop servicing the area since 1973. Up to date on all the new styles and cuts. Call 412-795-7555 and mention Sour Plums for $5 off any service.
Tresco Concrete, the best concrete products on the market. Ready-mix concrete delivered to your door, guaranteed to get hard or your money back. And as always, their concrete is all natural, no supplements, and always 100% Viagra-free.
The Jen Mascaro team proudly supports the Sour Plums podcast. When it comes to selling your home promptly and at peak value, look no further than the expertise of the Jen Mascaro team. With over a decade of industry experience, we guarantee to guide you seamlessly through the process. For personalized assistance, contact us at 412-607-6318 or email jen.mascaro@cbrealty.com.
Lilulo's Pizzeria, serving up quality food, good grace, and burnt pizza since 2016. Local and woman-owned, located at 415 Unity Center Road in Plum. Call 412-795-1229 and mention Sour Plums for 10% off your order of $10 or more. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
At Salute Beer Distributor, we are bringing you a large selection of beers from local and national breweries. Our extensive inventory includes craft beers, seasonal specialties, your everyday favorites, adult slushies, and an impressive inventory of non-alcoholic beers. Salute's inventory has something special for every palate. Come browse the aisles at Salute Beer Distributor, located on Route 286 in Plum, next to Shop and Save. You'll be glad you did.
Busy Little Me's is a residential cleaning company serving Plum and local communities. Housekeeping duties include house cleaning, disposing of rubbish, sanitizing services, dusting, vacuuming, mopping, scrubbing, etc., etc. We do custom-to-you cleans once a month, once a week, or every 9 minutes. We got you, sis. We've also been known to do decluttering and pre-clean cleans. That's a real thing. We can also polish a dirty face, scrub a doggo's filthy paws, or even spit shine your shoe. Laundry? Need linens washed? Done. How about your husband's gutchies? No prob. That ugly camisole your mother-in-law gave you? What was that? Just throw it away? Your secrets are safe with us. BusyLittleMe's.squarespace.com.
Whether chaos in your house or chaos on the court, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self-Storage has your back. Conveniently located in Plum at 307 Coxcomb Hill Road. Book online anytime. Don't miss out. Score 50% off your first storage rental with code GOAL. All right, welcome back, everyone. Let's jump right into Plum Problems. So I'm at the Pirate game, I believe last Wednesday. Jess taps me on the shoulder. My cousin gives me tickets. We are 3 rows off the field. These tickets are phenomenal, but probably the best seats I've ever had outside of the Lexus Club and outside of a box. And we're right down the third base line. And Jess goes, "Man, that guy over there looks just like Drew." I look over, and I actually sent a text to a group that 2 of you are in. And I said, "Man, this guy stole Drew's face." Until he stands up, I said, "Oh my God, that actually is Drew."
Where were my seats, Mike? Were they better than yours?
They were right along the front row, one section closer to home plate. As Drew walks by, he does say hi. He's very cordial, and he makes fun of my Arnie Palmer, spiked Arnold Palmer. Makes fun of it. Not very happy about that. But whatever. Gives my wife props. She has an IPA. Makes fun of my Arnie. He has an IPA. He goes. He gets his drink. Whatever. He comes back. What does he have in his hand? But a spiked Arnie Palmer. And then he proceeds to tell me how delicious it is, like I didn't already know that.
Look, Mike, I'm responsible. I have rules when I go to games. I have 2-drink limit. I'm done drinking by the 4th or 5th inning. And I will admit, I do like an Arnie Palmer. It's very good. It is tasty. I like giving you shit. I mean, despite me sitting in the front row next to the dugout, I still was able to, say hi to you. I wasn't high and mighty. I said hi to you. I made fun of you. Jess, I love that Jess drinks IPAs. She's the man of the house. She has my taste.
She is.
Yeah, she is. But yeah, what's wrong with me enjoying the same thing you're enjoying? I don't see how that's a plum problem. I think that's just
the fact that you gave me shit for it, then came back and told me how delicious it was. Make up your mind.
I'm always gonna do that, Mike. I
Okay.
The only reason I still do this podcast and we're in 17 episodes deep is because I like making fun of you.
All right, as long as we're on the same page. All right, just wanted to bring that up, and then this actually came to me this morning. I only had 2 things on here, but I'm going to throw this one in real quick. You're at a red light. The light turns green. The person in front of you does not go. What's the proper amount of time before you beep? And what kind of beep is it? Aggressive, a little toot. What are you doing?
It's a
Go ahead, Newman.
3-second count, and it's a tap on the horn.
Yes, all the way around. Any more than a tap, and you could become the victim of gun violence, a punch to the face. Like people are not. Am I wrong to say that people are insane? You honk the horn a little too long, a little too loud, the wrong person, you might not be here tomorrow. I mean, those are the facts. So I agree with 3 seconds. I mean, I'm giving you a little bit of time. I get it, but it's a really it's a little toot. It's more of a toot than a real horn blow.
Or a beep.
How are you receiving that? If you're on the other end, you're not receiving it well though. If you're on the other end, no way.
Oh, if I get beeped at,
yeah,
at all? Oh, absolutely not.
No,
I'm doing it. I mean, I'll go. I'm not going to start anything. I know better. I'm a little fella, but
your windows are up and you're MFing the guy.
Oh, for sure. If I get beeped,
100%.
I could be sitting there read a text for 10 seconds and you beep me, I'm still pissed.
Right.
Like you're still the problem, right?
But when you're the car doing the beeping, it's longer than a second, right? It's at least 3. We live in a society here. We're not like instant, right?
No. What about you? Big Cat sounds like he could be an instant honker.
No, I'm not instant. And sometimes I'm even like, hey, somebody behind me, take this. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing this. I'm not honking because you don't know. You don't know. I'm not honking at somebody.
If the person behind you honks, are you the guy that throws your hands up like it wasn't me? Like are you giving the point? Like it wasn't me.
If I have to be honked at, I feel really bad because I really was not paying attention. But
no.
I'm
asking if you are the second car and the car behind you honks at the guy in front of you, are you letting him know that you didn't do the honking?
It's no one's ever honked. If it's not me, I think if it's not the second person, it's going to be like the fourth or fifth person that honks.
Did you ever drive in New York?
I've never. No.
Philly even?
I was going to say, or Philly?
No.
You're getting that honk.
I'm not allowed to leave Western PA.
You might not survive.
My attorney suggested that I stay put.
Mine too. No, but I think that's the funny thing. We turn on a dime, right? Because we do the honking, and the guy in front of us, or the lady in front of us, is the asshole. But if somebody beeps at us, they're the asshole. We're never in either situation. We are never the asshole. I think Big Cat seems like he's a little bit more like, oh, I'm the problem. He's a little bit nicer than we are, but I'm like hold your horses, like chill out a little bit. I wasn't that long. It could have been 5 seconds, but
even though it might be my fault why I'm like not going at the light or something, like I know I'm still the main character. So like even though I'm not like getting upset,
you're still a main character. Funny story. When I was in St. Louis, early 20s, I was a video producer, and one of the videos we worked on was a driver's training video, and we had to do a segment on teaching teens about road rage. So my boss and I at the time, we actually went to a pretty busy intersection just outside of St. Louis, kind of like maybe like a Plum suburb type thing. And we got out of the car, and like he put me over the hood of the car with like holding my shirt collar. Like we were actually acting it out. Like we didn't like. It's not like we're professionals in Hollywood where we close the street down. We were just doing the middle of the intersection, and it was pretty. It was. People were like, "Are you okay?" Like people were like screaming. Like it was a wild scene. It was fun. Never do it again. Now that I'm a little bit smarter and older and have like kids and responsibilities.
Is there video evidence of this somewhere?
I will try to dig it up. I'm not sure I'll show it because my hair was out of control, but maybe I'll show it.
What do you mean out of control?
Like I look like one of the lost Beatles. My hair is like down to my like jawbone.
Oh, this needs to be uncovered.
True. The lost Beatle.
The lost files from the Sour Plums.
We'll see. This
next topic here, I'm going to be very honest with. I don't watch the news. I don't read a lot of the news. I don't want to. And I have pieced some of this together, but I'm very in the dark on a lot of this. And if we don't talk about this, it's kind of like the Hawk Tuah girl where we're the only place that doesn't talk about it. What's going on with Diddy? Like I mean, he's up a creek, right? Like I've been able to piece a lot together, and I don't know what. There's so many different TikToks I've seen and little things that pop up here and there. This is so deep. There's so many people involved, or everybody's a conspiracy theorist and there's nobody involved. I don't know if anybody wants to jump in and kind of update me what's going on with what you know to be true.
I mean, I know a ton. I've taken in a ton on this. I'm really into music and I like conspiracy theories. So, I mean, Diddy has had his hands since the early 2000s and earlier in music, entertainment, movies, all of it. And I think it's probably not like just him at the top, but he was the one having the parties at his house and videotaping them. So like he's taking the fall, but I'm sure other people were involved.
I from what I've gathered, again, I'm sort of in Mike's position here a little bit. I honestly didn't look at too much of it until I knew it was going to be a topic on the show tonight. I got a little more educated on it. Wish I wouldn't have, kind of in a way. But I don't know. It seems kind of to what you said, Big Cat. It kind of seems like that he's the ringleader in the whole thing, as far as being the aggressor and controlling the situation, directing the videos, maybe putting people in positions forcing people to do things they didn't want to do due to his power status. I don't know. I think it's a bad situation. It's one of those things that I'm not going to really let my kids listen to Diddy anytime soon.
Some of what I've seen is they have him tied to Tupac's death, Michael Jackson's death, Aaliyah. Like, is it really this deep?
You are way too up. You're way too.
I would say no
out
way.
there now. That's way off.
Okay.
There's no way under that's incorrect.
Way too online. That's so much. This is TikTok stuff.
TikTok, Facebook. I mean, it's the most reliable source of news that I have.
Oh boy.
That's part of the problem. No, I think
Listen, I can't be bothered with facts.
I think too many people, celebrities, have died suddenly and kind of like unexplained reasons. And there's a lot of people around connected with Diddy that died of pneumonia. And the autopsy actually showed there was like a rat poison was found. So there's just like a lot of like, is that a coincidence, or did this celebrity rise to fame because these other people were taken out?
Wow, this took a turn I did not expect when I was looking into the Diddy parties and the freak-offs.
Biggie and Tupac were both gunned down, and it's been a mystery all this time. And Diddy was literally in the middle of both of them that whole time.
I don't know if I go that deep, Alan. I didn't realize.
Absolutely not. That is so far off from the truth. Tupac was killed by a rival. He had an incident happen in a casino, and that's how that happened. Biggie died a year later, which was a repercussion of their saying because of Tupac, but that wasn't. They're saying that was a Suge Knight thing that had nothing to do with Diddy either way. But again, we're veering way off topic here.
Yeah, and I'm not going to say why, but I tend to believe Justin on the topic.
But I want to know.
That's fine.
Should I be buying
I don't think his information's accurate. It's just stories to this point.
But big question: should I or should I not be buying stock in like baby oil?
It wasn't baby oil.
No.
Okay.
No. Newman knows a lot. Newman knows a lot about the subject.
I mean, yeah. So it's rumored that it's not baby oil, but it's GHB, which is what would make more sense in the situation because people have foggy memories after said party. So it's rumor and hearsay at the moment, but that would make more sense.
Well, we're going to find out a lot more about this. Yeah, we're going to find out a lot more about this.
I guess just some conspiracies are right and some aren't in all this mess. You know, like there's varying degrees of what is real and what is like kind of blown out of proportion. But we'll eventually know.
Will we though? I don't know if we will.
I think court documents will give us that information.
There are a lot of people. Yeah.
I'll wait to see what Netflix puts out.
You have the best sources: Facebook, Netflix, TikTok.
Listen, I learned a lot about Jeffrey Dahmer when I watched Netflix. I can't wait to learn about the Mendez brothers when I watch the Netflix documentary on them.
Yeah.
All right, Drew, tell us what's good in the hood.
Mike, tonight we are joined by Steve Sereda. Steve is the second year as assistant high school principal at Plum and is also the president of the Plum Boro Basketball Organization, or PBBO. Steve, thank you for joining Sour Plums.
Hey, how you guys doing tonight?
Doing well, thank you.
Awesome.
So let's get to know you a little bit better. Can you share some personal and professional background, prior to becoming the assistant principal at Plum High School?
Yeah, sure. So I'm not real exciting. So I started out as a teacher in Maryland. I taught for 7-8 years for Imagine Schools, a charter school organization, and then from there I kind of worked my way up in Imagine Schools, and I became like an academic coach for a few years. I was an academic director overseeing 6 charter schools between Maryland and DC. And then I was actually living back here at the time. I have, I'm a father of 4. And when my wife got pregnant with our 4th, she's like, because we moved back here in 2012, and she's like, can you try to get a job back here instead of traveling to all your schools in Maryland? So I got a job in Pittsburgh Public Schools. And from there, I became the assistant principal for about a year at Westinghouse High School. And then, not by design, but the very next year, I became the principal, and I was at Westinghouse a total of from like 2018 until October of last year. So, yep.
What's an academic coach?
So we oversaw, an academic coach. I was actually a coordinator. I oversaw academic coaches. So academic coaches, though, they go in, they provide professional development to teachers. A lot of times you'll see schools have like a math coach or a reading coach, and they provide content professional development to teachers. So I provided the PD to the coaches, and then they provided the PD to the teachers.
Cool. So you mentioned, though, you were principal at Westinghouse Academy, which is a Pittsburgh public school. So I got to ask you, what was that experience like, and how does that compare to your role in Plum?
So first, I love my experience at Westinghouse. I have memories from there that will forever be ingrained and be a part of who I am. They always say, once a bulldog, always a bulldog. So I loved the kids, the community, the family that I got there. Of course, it came with its great challenges, but I think like when I came to Plum, I always wanted to work in the community where my kids go to school. And so, when you work in the community and work with kids in a community that you live, there's no higher level of investment that you can have. I'm so invested in the success at Plum, and because selfishly, I have 4 kids there, and all these kids are going to be community members that are going to be my neighbors. But I think the biggest difference is really it's not so much that the school level, it's really at the district level. I think our district, every district will have its issues, right? But I think just the way we are so intentional and so well organized at the district level, and the level of support that we receive is just so different. It's really what drove me out of where I was. And so I think that just that organization and the commitment at the district level keeps things so well oiled. It's like a well oiled machine here in Plum.
No, that's a great point. Now, I like to ask a lot of our guests this question, because you could ask any one of us in our day jobs, like, what do we do? People assume what we do, but they might not know everything that we do, right? So what's something about your day-to-day as the assistant principal that the general public might not know you kind of handle and take over?
If I back up to being a principal, like when I was a principal at Westinghouse, I think like one of the things I always built was relationships with kids. Kids and families, but all day we're with these families' kids all day, and so it wasn't always just about discipline. And so I think one of the big things that people don't maybe realize, I know they don't realize because I talk to parents, and the kids don't realize it either, is that I spend a lot of time trying to get to know the kids. I'm very, very visible. I actually have a desk on wheels that I wheel through the hallways. I think the more visible I can be as a leader and build those positive relationships with kids, it's not just about, I have to talk to the assistant principal or an administrator, I'm in trouble. I want it to be more like, I have an open door and I'm available to kids. I'm a safe place for kids to go if they ever need anything.
Now I'm imagining this desk on wheels. Can you explain that? Because I'm seeing you wheeling down the aisles of the school and just knocking on the door.
Yeah,
right?
Well, that's exactly it. Really, I even got one souped up with a little cup holder on it. They said I should get some lights, but yeah, it's just a little desk with a tripod, and I wheel it down the hall. I can hear me coming.
You should get one of those little tricycle horns, like little clown horns,
right?
Just tap the horn. Don't honk it too loud.
Right.
So Steve, you became involved in the Plum community right away and took on another role as the president of the Plum Boro Basketball Organization, or PBBO, as a lot of us know it as. What attracted you to that position? How's that going for you?
Yeah, so basketball has always been just something I love. I have played most of my life. It's something that my kids really gravitated to when they were really young, and they love to play. And so I saw, actually not being originally from Plum and not really moving here till 2012, I wasn't even aware of like the different programs they had before third grade. And so my kid, I was looking for something, and I met different people, and I don't know, it just happened to happen. And when the opportunity came and I was approached by the previous board, that it was time for that, they were ready to move on and wanted somebody invested. And I think I had just gotten the assistant principal job at the time at Plum. It was something that it's like, I can get behind this, and I'd love to support the future of basketball, because being at the high school, and Coach Maul's up there, and knowing Dave as the boys head coach, and then Drew as the athletic director, it's I see that they're trying really hard to continue to grow basketball, and I love to be a part of that. Even working with Mr. Coach Maul and saying, hey, what are some basic plays that you run, at the basic level, that I could even start, sharing with my coaches in the PBBO for the girls, and sitting down with him and just learning. So that's really what attracted it to me, just my investment in basketball and wanting to see the program grow.
Now, Drew, I think we've talked a lot with some of the other people on here, that a program starts at the bottom with the youngest kids. And it's one thing to have the buy-in from Drew, the athletic director, and from the coaches, but it also really helps to have the buy-in from the leaders of the youth programs. So, with Steve saying that he's going to be implementing some of Coach Maul's plays into his girls, that's really where it starts. That's how you build a program. It's not building individual teams. That's how the program starts.
Yep.
No, absolutely. And I do have a question to kind of follow up on that. But first, I just don't want to assume. I know on the panel here on the show, a lot of us know, because we have boys involved or girls involved in PBBO at one point. But for people who don't know, or just have young families, and just kind of getting that age range. What are the age ranges that PBBO supplies travel teams to, and what's an average travel season look like for kids at that age?
Yeah, so right now we don't start until third grade, so that's when our travel starts. I know that the YMCA starts, like, I think at 5 years old, which is awesome, or kindergarten or something like that. But we don't start until third grade, and we go until sixth grade, until they get to middle school. And I would like to explore that in the future. But right now that's what it is. As far as a regular season goes, we really kind of leave it up to the coaches right now. So each different grade level, there's options for the coaches. They have autonomy to kind of choose which leagues. We have talked about, for third grade and maybe some fourth grade teams, it's not a bad look to have them join what's called the Jumpstart League. So, they have that choice. Then, there's also some coaches might decide, like my boys were in the Westmoreland League last year, and so were my girls. I think we might be looking at the PYBL this year, and then you can look at a regular season in whatever league you choose, and then coaches join various tournaments. I know some coaches like to join Thanksgiving tournaments and holiday tournaments, and then there's the end of year tournaments. Every year, teams qualify for states, so which happen in March. So that's always a great time too. So it's a lot of basketball, practicing twice a week, and we just like to keep the basketball in the kids' hands as much as possible. So.
Yeah, you mentioned the Y at the younger age. That's what Justin's in charge of that, right, Justin?
Yes, sir. We start in November. Sign-ups are now.
And that goes through ninth grade, right?
Yes, it's ninth grade for the boys, and then we try to go. Girls, we usually stop at seventh grade because they don't usually typically go any longer. We would absolutely have them, but it's been an issue trying to get older girls to play. So it's about seventh grade for the girls.
So, Steve, I guess one of the last questions I have for you is, we mentioned this, Mike touched on this. I think PBBO is critical to developing young hoopers and the foundation for future program success, right? You mentioned coaches sharing plays so the girls can start to learn at a young age. I think that's awesome. Same thing on the boys' side as well with Dave and the younger groups. And I was a part of Dave when Dave was running PBBO, and part of that, my son was playing in it too. So he just followed him to high school. But I felt like every effort should be made, as long as there's parent volunteers, to really form multiple teams at age levels if we can, right? If there are 16 kids, I think it's better to have 2 teams of 8 and just get all those kids more playing time, develop them, because every kid develops differently at different ages, right? What's your philosophy on that?
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I do not like the idea of kids getting cut. In fact, we don't cut third graders. And the more kids we can get playing basketball, and, kids change so much, right? So like,
Yeah.
I equate it to the running back in football that in third grade, that's then a 260-pound lineman their junior and senior year. Same thing
Yeah.
in basketball. Kids will grow 5 or 6 inches in a year, put on weight, and so like we never know what kids are going to turn out to be. And so I don't like discouraging kids, and I do agree. I think having 2 teams, if you can make it happen with the numbers and with the volunteers, I absolutely agree. And I also think there's there's something to say about A and B teams, for example. You want to develop every kid. My philosophy is you want to develop every kid where they are. And so I think it's really important that, kids with a little bit more experience are playing with kids that have that experience. And then the kids that need more playing time that they may not get, if there is a B team available, for example, it doesn't mean you're going to be on the B team forever, but it does mean you're going to get more reps and more minutes, which is experience that you wouldn't have otherwise. So I always think it's best to keep as many kids on, in basketball and on a basketball team as possible.
No, I agree. For the parents out there listening that get frustrated over that, I've seen it unfold now that my kid's in 9th grade. Like the kid that's on the A team might not be on the A team in 3 years, and vice versa.
Absolutely.
So don't take it as a knock. Take it as, hey, an opportunity, even if it's a B team, to develop and get better.
Absolutely.
Right?
100%. You want the kids to develop, and I think development, a big part of that is getting minutes and experience. In practice, obviously you're going to get they're going to get the practice time, but I don't think there's anything that can correlate to the success that like minutes on the court will get you. So
yeah, if us moms and dads could stay out of the way, that'd be probably beneficial.
Oh, I have 4 of them, so I know.
We say at our baseball meetings all the time, best 8-year-old is not the best 10-year-old, is not the best 12-year-old, is not the best varsity player. And, that development, as long as you're developing where you need to develop, the great equalizer is puberty. You don't know what you have until you hit puberty. And then that's where the kids kind of show you where they're going, and just let them go. Like, it doesn't matter if you're in 6th grade and you have 50 points a year, who cares? Like, just develop where you need to develop.
Yeah, thank God for that. I'd still be 5'4" and 150 pounds. So
I'd kill that beat 5'4" and 150 pounds. Well, maybe not 5'4", but 150 pounds would be nice.
Steve, before we move on and have some additional fun beyond your interview here, where can the people of Plum find out more about PBBO and register for tryouts?
So we're going to be posting everything within the week for tryouts, open gyms, and clinics. Facebook is always a great place. We post a lot on there. And then if you just Google PBBO basketball or Plum basketball PBBO, the website comes up there for you to register. You can log in, register, and hopefully we look forward to seeing everybody very, very soon.
Perfect timing. Couldn't be better.
That's right.
All right. Steve Sereda, everyone, assistant principal at Plum High School. Steve, thank you for joining us on the Sour Plums podcast.
Thank you guys. Anytime.
You going to stick around for some fun?
Sure. Absolutely.
Newman.
Yes, Andy.
What's the latest Minority Report?
All right. So, since Andy, you've been traveling recently, I'm obviously traveling as I'm on the road now. Neck pillows. Who here uses a neck pillow? Andy, do you use a neck pillow when you fly?
I don't, actually. I don't. I put the earbuds in, I listen to music, and I always get a window seat, and I use the plane.
Lean against
the wall of the plane. So I don't use a neck pillow. Yeah, I do use a neck pillow in my recliner though. I do that, but not when I travel. What about you guys?
Mike?
I do, but I don't like it.
Why don't you?
I want to like it, but I don't.
What is it that you don't like?
Not comfortable.
I bet you I know why it's
not enough support.
What about you, Big Cat?
I use it the right way.
I don't like them, and I don't buy into them. I don't feel like it's comfortable no matter how I put it on my head.
Steve?
I don't think I ever traveled enough to ever get one, but I do think that a rolled up t-shirt does the same thing for me.
It's a valid point, actually. So my point in saying that is, when you wear a neck pillow, do you wear it with the opening in the front or in the back?
You're going to tell me I'm doing this wrong. The opening's in the front.
The opening is not in the front. The opening is in the back, which is why you have been so uncomfortable with a neck pillow.
Wow.
The opening is for the back.
Really?
So if you think about it, if the opening, you already have the padding of the seat at your neck. So if you're putting a neck pillow back there, you're adding more padding, which is pushing your neck forward, which is why it's uncomfortable. You have the opening in the back, so your head and neck are against the back of the pillow. And if you lean forward, left or right, you're always on a pillow. You've been doing it
wild.
wrong.
Newman, I don't like this segment. You make me feel uncultured and stupid.
And that is today's
Doesn't feel
Minority
good,
Report.
does it?
No, it doesn't. All
is
right.
my
One more time, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Thank you to Continental Comb, Tresco Concrete, the Jen Mascaro Real Estate Team, Lilulo's Pizzeria, Salute Beer Distributor, Busy Little Me, and Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage. Continental Comb Barbershop, a traditional barbershop servicing the area since 1973. Up to date on all the new styles and cuts. Call 412-795-7555 and mention Sour Plums for $5 off any service.
Tresco Concrete, the best concrete products on the market. Ready-mix concrete delivered to your door, guaranteed to get hard or your money back. And as always, their concrete is all natural, no supplements, and always 100% Viagra-free.
The Jen Mascaro team proudly supports the Sour Plums podcast. When it comes to selling your home promptly and at peak value, look no further than the expertise of the Jen Mascaro team. With over a decade of industry experience, we guarantee to guide you seamlessly through the process. For personalized assistance, contact us at 412-607-6318 or email jen.mascaro@cbrealty.com.
Lilulo's Pizzeria, serving up quality food, good grace, and burnt pizza since 2016. Local and woman-owned, located at 415 Unity Center Road in Plum. Call 412-795-1229 and mention Sour Plums for 10% off your order of $10 or more. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
At Salute Beer Distributor, we are bringing you a large selection of beers from local and national breweries. Our extensive inventory includes craft beers, seasonal specialties, your everyday favorites, adult slushies, and an impressive inventory of non-alcoholic beers. Salute's inventory has something special for every palate. Come browse the aisles at Salute Beer Distributor, located on Route 286 in Plum, next to Shop and Save. You'll be glad you did.
Busy Little Me's is a residential cleaning company serving Plum and local communities. Housekeeping duties include house cleaning, disposing of rubbish, sanitizing services, dusting, vacuuming, mopping, scrubbing, etc., etc. We do custom-to-you cleans once a month, once a week, or every 9 minutes. We got you, sis. We've also been known to do decluttering and pre-clean cleans. That's a real thing. We can also polish a dirty face, scrub a doggo's filthy paws, or even spit shine your shoe. Laundry? Need linens washed? Done. How about your husband's gutchies? No prob. That ugly camisole your mother-in-law gave you? What was that? Just throw it away? Your secrets are safe with us. BusyLittleMe's.squarespace.com.
Whether chaos in your house or chaos on the court, Pittsburgh Sports Complex and Self Storage has your back. Conveniently located in Plum at 307 Coxcomb Hill Road. Book online anytime. Don't miss out. Score 50% off your first storage rental with code GOAL.
All right, Mike, what you got on tap for the Would You Rather tonight?
Drew, you're so rude. You never welcome people back from our commercials.
Well, welcome back, people of Plum. Is that better?
That's much nicer.
Okay.
All right, would you rather? Would you rather only be able to eat healthy foods or only be able to eat junk foods? And this goes with all the repercussions or the benefits of the said foods. So you can't eat only crap foods and still have a good-looking body, which I clearly do not have that issue.
I was going to ask that question, so I'm glad you addressed it right away.
Right.
So, I mean, I have to go with the healthy foods. Like, if I eat all the junk foods, first of all, I'm not going to be, my body's going to be in trouble. And then I'd have to exercise even more. I'd have to do Tough Mudders with Justin and Shanna, but I'm not going to do that. Kudos to you guys, though.
Preach.
So, no, I'm going to have to go with the healthy foods. I mean, right, yeah. I think healthy foods, though, I think you can doctor them up. I think, throw some Old Bay or some Mrs. Dash or whatever you want on there, and I think you can doctor them up without lathering them in ranch. I think you could make it work. It would be pretty boring. It would be. I'm not going to lie. It would be tough, but I'd have to go that way, or I'm not going to survive, make it to my 50th birthday.
Steve, what do you say?
I kind of sometimes for this one, I think I'm going to go with like you only live once type of thing. So I'm going with the junk food, but like that's also, I mean, that includes like the Chick-fil-A's so I'm still eating chicken and like, the burger. I mean, I'll just work out a lot more because right now that's 0. So, I mean, I would like to see how it goes. I don't.
So if you run 1 mile a week, that's more.
It's more, right? And yeah.
More, but is it enough?
Yeah.
I want to say junk. I mean, Steve, I'm with Steve there. I want to say junk food, but I'm already not in the greatest shape. I mean, if you can imagine. I mean, you guys have seen me, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, I'm assuming the healthy food means you can't eat like the ranch and barbecue sauce with everything. So yeah, no way. I got to go with the junk food. I'd be miserable. My mental health would suffer.
That's a good point. Give me 6 good years. Give me 6 good years over 25 miserable years with rice and Old Bay.
Yeah. Nope.
See, I was thinking going with healthy food until Steven started you wouldn't get like the good food that you eat. Like, yeah, I would have chicken, but it would be like boiled with nothing. So I'm going junk food. Yeah, I was gonna go healthy food, but yeah, I need Chick-fil-A.
How hard would it be for you to cut out Mountain Dew?
Not hard.
Not hard? No?
Mm-mm.
Or 4CT?
Oh, that'd be hard.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You can get the grilled nuggets at Chick-fil-A. I think they're pretty healthy.
Yeah, I've never had those.
Yeah, but what are you going to dip them in? If you can't dip them in Polynesian sauce, what's the point?
So, as someone that lost over 100 pounds going from eating bad to eating good, I'm going to have to stay on that road, and I would stay with healthy food because I know how to make healthy food taste good. Simple answer.
Then Justin would help me.
I could help you. I promise. I got you.
So
I got you, homie.
Thank you. I can't call you homie, so I won't.
So one of my favorite foods. So I'm a huge sweets guy. Like I love cakes. Like I just love.
Me too.
Caramel, like
giggity.
drizzled caramel on chocolate cake that's my favorite. But
caramel or caramel?
Wings, listen, I'm not ready for that conversation right now. Okay, I want to talk about chicken wings. All right, it is the fried is what makes chicken wings bad, right? Like I know white meat is better than dark meat, but dark meat is still good if you cook it the right way. Right?
We don't talk about dark meat on this episode on this show.
But I'm saying if I
could you bake the wings?
That's what I'm saying. If I bake them, I just got a smoker. If I smoke the wings, when you put stuff in the smoker, it's more about the seasoning and the salt, right? But if you do it the right way, I think I could eat the stuff I like, cooked healthy, dress it up a little bit in a healthy way, and I think I could do that. Because I'll tell you what, I have limits on my junk food, and if I eat bad junk food, which I can definitely overindulge, and I feel like absolute garbage, so I can't do that. But I do want to go back to one thing. Tough Mudder, is that the biggest, like the most WPS stuff that you do, Justin?
Yes, it is. 100%, because I do that shit every year. That's thanks to my wife.
Is that something Shanna has made you want to? Okay. I was clarifying, making sure.
100%.
That's like
only
next
reason
level.
I did it. Someone made the joke that I escaped a hurricane by hours to go run for miles in the woods and do obstacles. Ultimate white people shit. So, Mike, is your answer healthy, or are you going junk food?
I think it's healthy. I would find the loopholes to make the foods I like.
There it is.
It is all about loopholes. I would find a way, like air fried chicken wings are still healthy, but they taste like chicken wings.
It's got to take the skin off of them. That's all, right?
But hot sauce is not unhealthy. I love hot sauce.
High in sodium, but that's about it, right? Yeah, it's not terrible. Maybe
moderation.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. That's enough.
Now I want chicken wings.
Andy.
Yes, Newman.
Is it time to drop the grammar hammer on the people of Plum?
It is time to drop the grammar hammer on the people of Plum, specifically you people. Not you people, Justin, but people, everybody on the show tonight. I'm going to make this simple tonight. It's just 2 for you, but I like to go back to a classic favorite of mine where I spell a word. Mike and Big Cat can't follow along, so they complain about the fact that they want it written out in front of them in letters so they can read it.
I write it down. Whatever.
Okay, write these down, okay? And this is the rule. We're going to start with Mike on this one, and everyone. So we're going to go in this order. We're going to go Mike, Steve, Big Cat, Justin. Okay, Justin always goes last because my faith in him supersedes any faith I have in you. guys.
Chicago
No offense,
Bulls.
Steve. I don't know you not well enough yet, Steve. All right, this is. Write this down, Mike. A couple of letters here. TOURNAMENT.
Tournament.
Steve.
Tournament.
Big Cat.
Tournament.
Justin.
It's a tournament.
It is a tournament. Guys, the word is in the thing. It's tour.
Oh,
TOUR. Tournament.
I definitely said tournament.
Yeah.
I definitely
I
said
just
tournament.
call it a tourney.
Who got it right?
Justin and Big Cat for the win there. I knew. Steve, I didn't know where you would go with this, and I give you, grace. But Mike, I knew he would get this wrong. I just knew it.
Oh man, tournament.
Wrap it up, fucker.
I'm still gonna say tournament.
I'm just going to say tourney because that's all what it is. Tourney.
Tourney. But you're saying
He's
tour.
correct. Not tourney.
Go drinking Arnie.
That's right. This is gonna be the quickest grammar hammer. Now this one I felt I needed to do because we're, I think, 17 episodes deep. I think 15 or 16 episodes with Big Cat. So we'll start with Mike again. You ready?
No.
WYCKOFF.
Wyckoff.
Steve.
It's Wyckoff.
Justin.
Wyckoff.
Big Cat.
Wyckoff.
I just felt like 17 episodes in, it was time for me to learn how to say your last name. so I didn't sound like the worst person in the world if I ever mispronounced it to you. So I really wanted to throw that one out there. I thought it was Wyckoff, to be clear. To be fair, I was correct. But I wanted to make sure I got confirmation. To be fair.
Good. I see. It's if you see it spelled, I don't know what else you would say.
Wick off. Like,
People. That'd be an I think. Like if we're being honest. Like
well, lie to me then.
But I think you would have a harder time spelling it. So everyone leaves out the K. It just blends in.
I would have left the K out.
Yeah. So it just blends in, yeah.
Wyckoff.
Every time you do though.
This is a coincidence that I met Drew's mom 2 weeks ago, and now he wants to know how you pronounce my last name.
Out of control, out of bounds, Big Cat. Out of bounds. Wyckoff.
I'm joking.
Wyckoff.
Karen's a wonderful woman.
All right, Wyckoff, John, we're out. The grammar hammer is done. Mike, we got blind rankings, right?
We do.
This is Steve. You're gonna like this segment. Well, I shouldn't say that. I prefaced that it once was our most popular. It was once our most popular segment, but Mike has found a way to ruin 2 out of the last 3 or 4
Sounds
with
right.
terrible lists. Yeah. So Steve knows. Steve knows. He's new to the show, but he knows. So this is where this is for the audience, but this is also for Steve, where Mike is going to give us a category, and he's going to list 5 things one at a time. We'll rate them one at a time, worst to first. 5 being the worst, our least favorite, right, Mike? 1 being the best, or our favorite. And we don't know what's next, so that's what makes it tough because it's blind. We could think we have number 1, but he could come up with something better. I'll say this: lately, he hasn't been. So shoot your shot early.
I got a lot of shit last week. And this is a one time only. We're redoing the list from last week with different things.
No way.
Wow.
One time.
You know what's
I
not going to be
respect
on
that.
this? Ambrosia salad.
All right.
Ambrosia salad.
So Steve, just so you know, last week was barbecue side dishes for barbecues. All right. But before we do that, one of the most asked questions that Jess got, Jess is still like 2 or 3 episodes behind. Jess has been asked this question so much over the last 2 weeks, and as I have been as well. My father-in-law, Steve, I got to tell you how he eats corn on the cob. This is so gross. He literally cuts a square of butter, puts it in his mouth, and then eats a row of corn.
Oh, that's awful.
I forgot about that until now.
I didn't.
And then he cuts another square of butter, puts it in his mouth, and eats the next.
Like a
row of
really
corn.
thin piece, I hope, right?
No,
like
no.
Is that talked about around the table? Is it openly discussed, or is it no one
Has
talks
to
about
be.
it?
It's like
No,
Bruno.
he gets his own dish of butter. There's a dish of butter for the table.
Okay. So
there's
it's
a dish of
like
butter.
out in the open. All right.
Yeah,
But nobody
Yeah.
says anything to him. He thinks this is acceptable. Clearly,
it's
We would be roasting my
Yeah,
father-in-law if he did this. Like, we would be merciless.
uninvited.
He trips at the football game on the weekend, and we make fun of him for 2 days.
dude, Kurt.
Yeah,
Kurt's the man.
he is, but he's still going to get made fun of.
All right, so barbecue side dishes.
Real barbecue side dishes.
The new and improved list. Well, listen,
The real list.
there's different ones on here. So
And these are my opinion. Like I choose it based on my opinion, right? Okay.
So you don't know what's coming next. So you got to put them 1 to 5.
Okay.
So we're gonna go.
Ambrosia salad.
I don't even know what
First
that
one.
is. So
Exactly.
It was not a popular option last week. I'll tell you that. First one is deviled eggs. Drew, don't even blow your mouth at me like that, because that is at every freaking barbecue I've ever been to.
I had a bad feeling about this.
Italian barbecues are not where I want to be.
Yeah, because you know what we have in my Italian house is deviled eggs.
Antipasta, whatever you got, charcuterie. I'll put deviled eggs at 5 because I just don't eat them. I won't do it.
All right, Steve.
me too. 5 for sure.
Big Cat.
Me too. 5. If this was Easter, maybe 2.
He thought his list was going to be better.
Run these by me next time, Mike.
S'mores are next, guys.
Oh, crap.
I'm going to go with the group. It's going at 5.
Oh, gosh.
This is only going to get worse. So
Spoiler, that's my number
we're all
1.
screwed.
Next one is coleslaw.
Oil-based?
Any coleslaw you like.
Your favorite coleslaw? I like coleslaw as like a. I know it's not really a palate cleanser, but I like it in between bites of certain like heavy meats and breads or whatever you have, veggies. I'm gonna put it at, because I just don't believe in you. I think it's about peak coleslaw at 2. I'd like to believe it's 3 or 4, but you're just not that. You're not gonna be good at this. Coleslaw at 2.
Yeah.
It's good. I like a good coleslaw.
I hope you bang your knee off your bedpost tonight. Steve.
Man, I love coleslaw, but it's not like I can think of so many other things. I'm definitely going with a 3.
Well, Steve, we've heard 7 now, and we could think of a lot more things too.
Big Cat.
Thank you, Mike. Big coleslaw. Big coleslaw. Coleslaw is at 1. I love coleslaw so much. But Mike, it has to be together in a bowl, mixed
Listen,
and
we'll talk
all
about
everything.
that later,
Okay.
okay. All right. Justin.
It's going at 4. Ugh.
Really?
Ugh.
Okay. But Steve, we're not going to wait too much longer to explain that. Mike puts all like the component parts of coleslaw out into separate bowls.
There's
You
2
have
parts.
to like. Is there 2? Is there only 2?
It's
Cabbage.
Cabbage for your sandwich, and if you want to make it a coleslaw, there's the coleslaw dressing, so you can put the dressing on the cabbage if you want coleslaw.
Oh, Mike.
Yeah. Slaw dressing sitting out in a July pig roast. No ice.
You all come and
No
eat the
cold.
food.
No refrigeration.
Yeah.
Sitting out butt naked.
You're all there eating the food. You have no complaints then.
No
Yeah,
one's
but it's a
eating
little
that
different when it's
coleslaw.
prepared and refrigerated. All right, go on.
Mac and cheese.
Uno. Finally, where was this last week? My goodness, mac and cheese is my favorite barbecue side dish.
Steve.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with probably 4.
Not a fan.
Big Cat.
Steve, do you have an aversion to mac and cheese?
No,
What's the deal there?
No, I think I can think of better ones. Like if there was an opportunity to put the deviled eggs like at like 20, that's where I would have put the deviled eggs. So
Preach.
like, I like mac and cheese, but just not as much as other things.
I'm biding my time for this because I don't know. Mac and cheese at 3. I'm not a huge fan of it, but it's better than ambrosia salad. Oh, I'm not muted? Okay.
Newman, I'm guessing here. I remember you don't like mac and cheese, do you?
I don't like macaroni and I don't like cheese. So unfortunately, I have to put it at 3 because I'm just going up the list backwards.
Is that where you would put it, or
No, I
would
would
you
put that
like?
at,
Is
like,
it worse than
10.
the others for you?
It's not as bad as deviled
Oh,
eggs
wow.
or coleslaw, so it fits on my list for now. I've eaten mac and cheese before in the past, but it's not a thing.
Next one, pasta salad.
Ugh.
I mean, as a barbecue side, I mean that's 3 for me. Pasta salad, 3. It's fair. I'm liking this list right now.
Yeah, this is a good list. Pasta salad is like probably my favorite. I eat it all year round and at barbecues, so I will put that at 1.
Ooh,
Big
I
cat.
have to put pasta salad at 4, but I would like to put it at 44 because I don't like cold pasta. I don't like cold potatoes. Like if I'm eating potato salad, I want it to be hot potatoes. I don't want cold potatoes. And in pasta salad, I don't want cold pasta. It feels like it was a portion put out and then let to sit. I want it hot, but that's not how it's served, so I'm not going to eat that. So 4.
Do you like the game hot potato or no?
I'm really good at it, actually.
Justin.
Oh,
I'm going to
unfortunately, I
guess
have to
2
put it
because
at
it has
2.
macaroni in it.
I'm not a rabbit. I don't eat salad, and I don't like
Oh,
macaroni.
boy.
So yeah,
pasta salad's
All right.
so good.
Last one.
Is there lettuce in
cornbread.
pasta salad?
yes,
No,
Cornbread.
yes.
I only have 4 left. It has to go there, and I think this list is perfect.
Because it's everything you'd expect it would be, right? It was the most boring list in the world.
No, deviled egg sucks. That shouldn't be
You
there
suck.
at all. You should have like some green beans or something with I don't know
Oh, I
something.
forgot green beans. Those are good.
You could have grits. You could have collard greens. I mean, you could do all kind with barbecue. I'm thinking like barbecue, like
You're at
Southern
a down south
barbecue, not-
barbecue.
well, that's where I want to be. I don't want to be at Divine's for a barbecue with half-ass coleslaw sitting out.
Ambrosia
No ice.
Some baked beans, maybe.
There you go,
Baked
baked beans.
That was on
Ambrosia
last week's
salad.
list.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So Steve, you're right with it too.
yeah, it's a 2. You substitute some baked beans for that deviled eggs. That's an awesome list there, Mike.
Deviled eggs are my favorite. They're so good. You ever put honey on
course they
on
are.
your cornbread? It's delicious.
He's not
Justin, I
wrong.
don't like that tone. Deviled eggs are delicious. Big Cat, you okay with cornbread at 2?
Yeah, I don't usually go for it, but I have had it when Carly made me try it. But yeah, 2. It's fine. Just put some coleslaw on top.
Justin,
Yes,
Newman.
number 1 is the only thing on this list I'm actually eating, and I'm very happy with that choice.
You need like a 7-Up cake on this thing or something.
7-Up cake. What the hell is that? I mean, I
Oh,
can tell it it's cake with 7-Up in it, but what?
It's if done well, it's a very moist, delightful, citrusy cake.
We just
very
lost half our female audience.
You really leaned into that, Drew.
Why? Because I said moist. People
Yes.
gotta grow up.
No, you
about
didn't.
that.
You didn't just say it like that. You really leaned
Yeah.
into it.
You did.
Moist. Did I say it like that? Did I?
It lingered.
I guess
All
I only know how to say it one way. Moist.
Lingered
Like, I don't know if
longer.
That's
All right, I'm going to run through my list.
we're losing listeners as we go. We've made it an hour into the episode. We're okay.
All right, my list. 1 is deviled eggs. I love deviled eggs. They don't agree with me, but I could eat them by the dozen. Mac and cheese. If it's done right, mac and cheese is awesome.
Homemade.
Yeah, pasta salad. Pasta salad's hit or miss. If it's good pasta salad, Steve, you said you like pasta salad.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
The multicolored noodles are all one color.
I prefer the multicolored noodles, but I will take it anyway. But
Yeah.
it's got to be my wife's. I'll be honest. It has to be. I've had it a lot of places, and it has to be Kelly's. And I'm not giving her a shout out. Like I just mean it. Like it's the best.
Well, I can't wait to try it at one of my barbecues there. And then coleslaw, either piece it together by yourself or all already mixed. I like it either way. And then cornbread, my last list.
So
All
you
right,
like? Do you like everything on this list, Mike?
There's not a whole lot of foods I don't like.
No, that's okay. That's fair.
Noted.
I will try anything. I went to a French restaurant. I ate snails. They were delicious. So I'll eat anything.
Escargot. Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, escargot.
Yeah. Escargot. My cargo. Never mind.
Here's the few things I will not eat: mint chocolate chip,
Ugh.
raw onions, and beets. That's
Yeah.
pretty much the
No,
list.
no need for beets anywhere.
No, it's disgusting. All right, so here's the new segment I want to try out. If this is good, we'll keep it in. We'll try it out. If not, we'll let it go. It's kind of like blind rankings, but I have a top 5 list. you get 3 strikes. So you have up to 8 guesses. This is a pretty easy list. You have to name the top 5 of something. So Steve is the guest is the spokesperson. So Steve, you're the spokesman. You guys can talk about the list, talk about your guests amongst yourself, but Steve, you give the answers.
This is a joint effort then. Joint effort.
Joint effort.
Okay.
All right. I want you to name the top 5 fast food restaurants by revenue in the United States. You get 3 strikes to get 5 answers. If you get it right, it's not a strike, obviously. So you get up to 8 chances.
Okay. Steve, McDonald's is one.
McDonald's,
Yeah, for sure.
definitely.
It has to be McDonald's.
Is that your first guess?
It's in the top 5.
Yeah, you don't have to get them in order. You just as long as it's there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, then McDonald's is one, right? Yep.
Yes.
Yep, that's number 1.
Okay.
Chick-fil-A.
I don't like it, but I think
It has to be, right?
Ooh,
Chick-fil-A.
You think?
They're not open on Sundays.
That's a big
true.
One last
That's
day.
true.
lost revenue.
All right, we'll put that one on the
However,
on the back
there's
burner.
never less than 100 people in line.
That's true.
I think Chick-fil-A is on
Ooh,
there.
I'll go for it.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A is on there. That's
Okay.
number 3. And it goes without saying, no Google, right? Like you're not cheating.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
What was the benefit? There's no prize. Oh, it's,
I want to win.
Steve. Since you're our voice,
Okay.
guys. I don't like it at all. I won't go there, but I gotta believe Subway's on there. There's so many
No.
Subways.
No.
You don't think?
No.
I'm telling you, guys. There's so many.
No.
I don't think it.
I'm not. I
I
don't,
don't think you're getting
Subway's
enough traffic to a Subway.
Oh,
If you want to risk it, it's
What
like
about-
Family Feud.
What about Burger King?
Burger King is probably on there. I think that's up there.
Yeah.
I'll
I
allow
feel like
Burger
they could
King.
be 6 though. Like I feel like they could be 6. They could be close.
I think if Burger King is number 2, I think Subway might be on there.
All right,
Let's
so we
go
know
for it then.
McDonald's
Go
is
for it.
1
I'll
and
allow-
Chick-fil-A is 3 so far.
Yeah.
I have a second. I have a different guess for number 2, but let's see if
Well, let's
Steve,
talk it out.
What's-
We can
what's
talk
the
it
guess?
out.
Burger King?
Yeah.
I think 2 is Subway. I'm serious. I do. That's
Okay.
how. But Burger King. Let's start with the
I think
major
we're
fast
guessing
food.
Burger
All right, let's
King.
go with Burger King.
Burger King is not on the list. That's strike 1.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow.
Dang. Okay.
What was your
I feel like you.
What was your
I feel like
thought?
I feel like I have some clout on that one now.
Yeah.
It was Burger King 6. My first thought was Wendy's.
Oh.
Yep, I would guess Wendy's
It's
is
got to
on
be
there.
top 5.
Yeah.
Got to be top 5.
Okay.
Yeah. Wendy's.
Wendy's number 5.
Oh,
2
see,
and 4.
okay.
So you have McDonald's number 1, Chick-fil-A number 3, Wendy's number 5, and you have 1 strike.
Wow.
Okay.
Subway's just so popular.
I'm saying
I'm willing to
Doesn't
risk
have to
it.
be great.
I'm willing to risk it.
it's not good.
I'll risk it.
Okay.
All right.
If we we can risk it, and then I have like a I'm pretty sure this one will go. So let's go with Subway
Yeah.
first.
Subway.
Subway, strike 2.
Oh, damn! I was confident about that.
Ugh. And I love Subway, but they're like
Like does
Yeah.
Chipotle count as fast food?
Yeah, I would think so. I wouldn't think like Dunkin'
don't-
Donuts can't, right? That's like breakfast. That's like right. Oof,
Dunkin's not
Like
on that
Starbucks,
list.
because that's not fast food, right?
that's not fast
No.
food. No, can't be.
It better
So
not
think
be on there,
commercially,
Mike.
like-
Starbucks.
Like think
better not be on-
commercially here. Like what? When you think of a commercial, like
People are listening to
Burger
screaming
King, you have
answers.
that. You literally Burger King has the damn that jingle that gets stuck in your head. Arby's,
Yeah.
Arby's is
You have the meats.
we have
People
2
hate
strikes
Arby's
though.
though.
But I'm just
People
saying,
hate Arby's. I like it, but people hate it.
I love.
I don't know. I
Arby's.
can't risk it on Arby's. I was
Yeah.
gonna throw it
Uh-uh.
out there, but I don't know. I can't risk.
Yeah,
2
we're
strikes.
at 2 strikes right now. So
What about
it's
like Carl's Jr.? No. What
Is
about
there
Hardee's
something
slash
that's
Carl's Jr.?
Mm.
Burger King, McDonald's, and Chick-fil-A are in Pennsylvania, so we've had those a lot. So, but they're spread out in the list. What else?
It has to be something.
Is there
that's spread out
something
across
that's
the
not
country? though.
here?
It can't be something that's just West Coast. There's not enough
Oh.
people, right?
I'm gonna throw
Taco
out.
Bell. Taco Bell.
Oh,
There you go.
yeah.
There.
no.
That's-
So
what I'm-
I
Right?
no.
I-
I think we're limiting ourselves with things that we see. I think you have to go. I think we have to
Okay.
expand the country. Like, I don't think Carl's Jr. is one of them. Doesn't Carl's Jr. Hardee's is owned by Carl's Jr. Like Hardee's owns Carl's
Hardy-
Jr. is like
the
a
same thing.
Like
Carl's Jr. and Hardee's is the same thing.
So I
You
think
wanna go with that?
I think
They're
there's going to be
all-
more
I
though.
mean,
I think they're all over the place. Like they're not here, but I mean that's
I'm nervous. I'm nervous.
Over Taco Bell?
I would say that over Taco Bell.
and we're
yes.
talking revenue
We're
though,
get-
right? Because
Yeah, that's what I mean. Revenue, because we're looking
Taco
at
Bell's not super.
I think Taco Bell's more marketed though, like nationwide. Like it's like the Baja Blast every year, and with 2 strikes on us, we might have to go with a more like marketed
I'm thinking
brand.
we go. All right, so marketing brand. All right, so
I mean,
Wait,
if we
what
say
about
Taco Bell and it's
KFC?
a strike, it's on me.
what
I
about
don't think-
KFC?
Oh. I wasn't even that didn't even register with me. I wasn't even thinking about that's got to be on there.
I
It's gotta be.
We gotta go
I'm
with
more
it,
confident
right?
in KFC than
Yeah,
I am in
we gotta
Taco
go.
Bell. KFC is my
Yes.
That's my go. That's me.
Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
I have my reservations, but
I think they both
Let-
are. Those are the next 2.
all right, KFC,
Okay.
Mike.
Strike 3.
Oh, damn.
Number 2. So I'll tell you this. You said both of the answers. Number 2 is Starbucks.
Oh, I didn't.
I don't
Yeah.
count that as fast food.
I don't agree with that.
No.
And number
Mike.
4 is Taco Bell.
Oh, see, I don't see Starbucks as a coffee shop to me. No.
I don't agree with number 2. What's number 6?
I don't know. I just Googled top 5 and
No, I know.
that's what I got.
This was fun. I think people are listening to this and like they're like yelling like all these things that we're yelling at the I think this is a good segment, Mike. You're onto something. This is good.
I like that.
This is good.
This was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
That was
this
good,
was
Mike.
fun.
Good job.
I like the
just need to see the name
collaborative.
for it.
We could place like side bets in the future. Like, okay, we'll go with Drew's
We're
answer.
saying
but...
this is at number 2. we can lock in at number 2. Like this is definitely number 2.
All right, Mike. Do we have any voicemails tonight?
We have one tonight.
Okay.
Oh, wonder who that's from.
People of Plum, me, Jim McBride, long-time listener, first-time caller. Welcome back to Jimmy's Inside Scoop. I hope everybody is ready for Halloween. It will be bigger and better this year. As you can see from the previous video, we're going all out this year. So get those decorations up and be ready, Plum. We're coming. We're coming for every house that we can. We'll see you soon. Bye.
So the best part of this video is this voicemail is that he left the voicemail first, then they dropped the video, but the video posted tonight and the podcast is going to drop on Thursday.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's all in order, but it's all out of order.
Right. Plus, he's alluding to the fact, like, I didn't know Inside Scoop was part of the Sour Plums podcast here. I didn't realize we were doing an extension, but he's like alluding to the fact that he has this video that nobody knows about listening to this right now, right? Some people do.
Well, Justin's part of Inside Scoop too.
I mean,
That's true. That's true. We
He's-
we may have poached him. We may have poached.
it's like when Steve Urkel showed up on Full House.
There's so much to that. Oh.
Who's Carl Winslow?
All right, guys. Do we have any shout outs tonight?
Shout out to our Plum Boys soccer team. They are 10-0-3 on the season. They are 4-0 in conference and number 9 in the state. Shout out to Coach Raff and the high school varsity boys team. We're not going to leave out the girls team. The girls team, they were on a hot streak for a while. They had 5 straight shutouts at one point. Let's not forget about their game on Saturday versus Norwin, Saturday, October 5th versus Norwin, and that's Coach Ashley. So that is a callback to our previous show. And it's a pink out game, so make sure you're wearing pink when you go to this game. So shout out to the girls soccer team. Fall league for the basketball team. They are 2-1 in this young season. They had a great comeback win yesterday versus Gateway. They were down 3 and they came back and won the game. So shout out to the basketball team for their fall league victory. YMCA basketball, near and dear to my heart, obviously. Signups have just opened up. There was a little bit of a sticking point. The prices went way up. People were not happy with said prices, and the Y heard loud and clear, so they lowered the prices. Prices are $28 a month for members and $38 for non-members, and that is new this year. It is going to be over 5 months. It'll come out every the first day of every month, so you're paying it monthly instead of all at one time. Signups have begun, and the season will begin November 4th. So those are my shout outs. I was going to shout out the Plum Inside Scoop second annual holiday spooky spectacular, but Jimmy took care of that. So Halloween decorating contest nominations are open through October 20th. Shout out Plum Inside Scoop.
Yeah, I don't have a Plum shout out per se, but I got to give a shout out to Pitt women's volleyball. My goodness, I don't know. Up until
Number
the
one,
airing
baby.
of this episode, I don't think they've even lost a set. Number one in the country, haven't even lost a set. I mean, that's incredible. They're dominant. So H2P, right, Mike?
Yeah, no, actually, my brother worked the Pitt versus Penn State volleyball game. Penn State was ranked number 3, and he said it was disgusting how dominant they were.
Yeah, it's incredible.
So that's awesome. I mean, I grew up playing volleyball, and Pitt or Penn State. I mean, I love a good match, so that's awesome. I have a few shout outs. My nephew just had his first birthday last week, so happy birthday, Vinny. My brother Mark turns 40 this coming Saturday. Happy birthday. And happy birthday to our one and only Drew, coming up Saturday as well.
Thank you. Yes, I will be 1 year older than your brother, so 41. We got to do a joint celebration here sometime this month. So thank you, Mike. And hey, especially thank you for calling me Drew. I really appreciate that. It's the first time I heard that in about 5 episodes. So thanks a lot.
Happy early birthday, Andy.
Thank you. Steve, thank you for joining us tonight. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely. I had a lot of fun. So I appreciate.
Can we do it again?
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate just being asked to be on here. So it's awesome.
Absolutely. Well, another good show, guys. And thank you for listening to Sour Plums. Like this episode, subscribe to our channel on SoundCloud, Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. Share if you care. We're out.
Deuces.